Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The Chicago Bears fan base is buzzing with excitement as rumors swirl about the arrival of Jaylen Carter, a player whose reputation precedes him in every conceivable way. From his days in college, Carter was recognized not only for his physical prowess, but for an almost instinctual understanding of the game, a trait that separates the greats from the good. The chatter around town is that his presence alone could redefine what we expect from the Bears' defensive line, turning what was once a moderately effective unit into a juggernaut that opponents will fear facing. Fans are speculating endlessly about how his integration will unfold, imagining how his relentless energy on the field might inspire teammates to elevate their game to levels previously unseen. Analysts are already comparing him to legendary defensive players, highlighting his rare combination of speed, strength, and tactical intelligence, and suggesting that the Bears have finally secured a cornerstone for the next era of their franchise. The social media floodgates have opened, with fans and insiders exchanging theories about how his arrival might influence everything from the team's draft strategy to defensive schemes, essentially reshaping the entire identity of the Bears' defensive front. Everyone seems to agree that his presence will demand adjustments from opponents and potentially shift the balance of power in the division, creating a wave of speculation and intrigue that shows no sign of slowing down. What makes this story even more tantalizing is the timing of Carter's entry into the Bears system, which coincides with a period of intense scrutiny and expectation for the team. The defensive line, previously criticized for inconsistency and missed opportunities, now has the potential to become a dominant force capable of dictating the tempo of every game. Rumors suggest that his work ethic in practice is as impressive as his performance during games, with insiders hinting that his preparation routines might become a benchmark for the rest of the squad. Coaches are reportedly thrilled with his adaptability, claiming that he can learn new schemes rapidly and apply his instincts in real time, a skill that could transform the Bears' defensive strategy into one of the most versatile in the league. Fans can hardly contain their excitement, imagining Carter pushing past blockers with ease, making game-changing tackles, and creating an atmosphere of intimidation that opponents dread. The mere thought of him lining up alongside existing stars has sparked conversations about potential all-pro combinations, playoff implications, and even long-term shifts in team culture. Analysts and commentators are already speculating about which positions on the line will benefit most from his presence and how opposing quarterbacks might have to rethink their approach. Every bit of information, every whisper, fuels the anticipation, turning Carter's arrival into the kind of storyline that dominates both social media feeds and sports talk shows. The ripple effect of Jaylen Carter joining the Bears extends beyond the field and into the locker room, where insiders suggest his leadership potential is as significant as his athletic ability. Teammates reportedly respect his commitment to excellence, and there is talk that his arrival could foster a new standard for professionalism and intensity. Rumors indicate that he is not only focused on personal performance, but also keen on mentoring younger players, sharing insights on technique, positioning, and mental preparation. The idea that a single acquisition could influence the broader team culture so profoundly is generating endless discussions among fans and pundits alike. Conversations about how Carter might inspire a defensive renaissance are everywhere, from casual social media posts to in-depth analysis on sports networks. And the consensus seems to be that the Bears have made a move that could resonate for years to come. Some whispers even hint at changes in coaching strategies to maximize his impact, suggesting that coordinators are considering bold, innovative approaches that were previously on the drawing board but never implemented. The excitement is palpable, with speculation running wild about the types of plays that could now be possible with his presence, as if the defensive line itself has been reborn overnight. Every angle is being dissected, every hypothetical scenario debated, creating a narrative that merges hope, anticipation, and a touch of awe at what Jaylen Carter might bring to the storied franchise. While the rumor mill spins, fans can't help but imagine the dramatic transformations that could occur on game days once Carter steps onto the field. Observers speculate that offensive lines across the league might find themselves scrambling, rethinking blocking schemes, and reconsidering personnel decisions simply to cope with the presence of a player of his caliber. Commentators are projecting how Carter's pressure could force quarterbacks into mistakes, how his ability to collapse pockets might alter passing strategies, and how his relentless pursuit could change the way teams approach running plays against the Bears. Every rumor seems to add layers to the narrative, from potential double-teaming tactics to the strategic deployment of linebackers to complement his efforts. The excitement is not just about statistics or tackles, but about the intangible effect his arrival might have on the psychology of both his teammates and his opponents. Fans are envisioning the electrifying energy of stadiums where every snap could turn into a highlight reel moment, creating a buzz that elevates the entire experience of watching Bears football. Analysts also hint at a domino effect that could influence future drafts, free agency, and team-building philosophies, suggesting that one player has the potential to redefine an entire organizational approach. The conversation has shifted from speculation about the Bears' weaknesses to discussions of how they might become one of the most feared defenses in the league, all hinging on the presence of a single transformative talent. Insiders have hinted that Carter's impact could extend to the identity of the team itself, with his aggressive yet intelligent style setting the tone for what fans can expect from every defensive snap. The narrative growing around him paints a picture of a player who is not just a physical force, but a cerebral one, capable of reading the flow of the game, predicting opponents' moves, and executing plays that seem almost instinctual. Rumors abound about his interactions in meetings and film sessions, with stories suggesting that he challenges teammates to think more critically and push harder in training. The combination of raw athleticism and mental acuity is the kind of dual threat that pundits say can catalyze a revolution on the field. Social media is alive with speculation about how his presence could inspire not just individual performance, but an entire defensive system that operates with heightened precision and coordination. The excitement is amplified by whispers that the Bears' coaching staff sees in Carter the potential to redefine the defensive line's reputation league-wide. Every discussion, every analysis, every fan comment feeds into the narrative that Carter is more than a player. He is a catalyst for change, a harbinger of a new era for a franchise longing for renewed dominance. The final element fueling the hype is the enigmatic aura surrounding Jaylen Carter himself, the kind that naturally invites curiosity and fuels speculation. Reports suggest he carries an intense focus, a competitive edge, and a passion for the game that is both contagious and intimidating. Fans are speculating about the leadership roles he might assume, the mentoring relationships he might form, and the ways his energy could permeate the entire roster. Every media snippet, every training camp highlight, and every insider tidbit seems to reinforce the notion that Carter is not just joining the Bears. He is transforming them. The rumor mill has created an almost cinematic scenario in which his debut represents the start of a defensive renaissance, a period marked by ferocity, discipline, and dominance. The possibilities are endless, and each day seems to bring a new layer to the growing legend, feeding the excitement and discussion among fans who are eager to witness how this transformation will unfold in real time. Conversations linger late into the night, debates intensify, and expectations soar, all centered around the singular notion that Jaylen Carter could very well be the spark that ignites the Bears' next chapter. As the speculation intensifies, fans are beginning to envision the practical implications of having Jaylen Carter anchoring the defensive line, imagining scenarios in which his presence alone forces opposing coaches to rethink their game plans completely. Rumors suggest that offensive coordinators might now be drafting entirely new strategies, designing plays specifically to avoid the disruption that Carter is rumored to create. Conversations among analysts frequently revolve around the possibility of him consistently collapsing pockets, drawing double teams, and creating opportunities for his teammates that were previously unattainable. Fans are imagining a cascade effect, where one player's dominance allows linebackers to roam more freely, safeties to read plays with enhanced confidence, and the defensive front to operate with unprecedented fluidity and aggression. Social media feeds are filled with hypothetical matchups, predicting which offensive lineman will struggle to contain him, which quarterbacks might be forced into mistakes, and how games could pivot entirely based on his ability to dictate the line of scrimmage. The narrative growing around him is less about numbers on a stat sheet and more about the aura of control, intimidation, and leadership that he brings, suggesting that Jaylen Carter might not just change games, but alter the psychological landscape of every opponent he faces. Every rumor, every insider tip, and every speculative analysis adds layers to the belief that his impact could be immediate and transformative, creating an atmosphere of anticipation that borders on frenzy. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The intrigue surrounding Carter extends beyond his physical capabilities, as whispers indicate that his presence might influence the Bears' broader organizational philosophy. Observers speculate that his arrival could inspire changes in training regimens, game preparation, and even team culture, encouraging a more disciplined, strategic, and relentless approach across all levels of the franchise. Analysts are speculating that coaches are already planning to leverage his skills in unconventional ways, experimenting with stunts, rotations, and blitz packages designed to maximize the disruption he can create. Rumors also suggest that his integration into the locker room is seamless, with veteran players reportedly responding positively to his intensity and work ethic, and younger athletes eager to emulate his habits and mentality. Fans are creating narratives about how this synergy might elevate not just the defensive line, but the entire team, imagining a domino effect in which Carter's presence uplifts morale, inspires confidence, and fosters a culture of accountability and excellence. The buzz is not merely about immediate performance, but about the potential long-term impact, hinting that Jaylen Carter could become a cornerstone around which the Bears rebuild and redefine their identity in the league. Every discussion emphasizes his dual threat, a combination of physical dominance and strategic insight that makes him a rare asset capable of reshaping the entire defensive mindset of the team. The speculation around Carter's debut has prompted comparisons to legendary defensive players, fueling endless debates about his ceiling and potential trajectory with the Bears. Rumors circulating in sports circles suggest that analysts are projecting a level of influence rarely seen in a single defensive lineman, with some even suggesting that his impact could rival the dominance of iconic figures in the history of the sport. Fans are envisioning game-changing moments, imagining tackles that disrupt the flow of entire drives, pressures that force turnovers, and a presence so commanding that opposing quarterbacks hesitate under his watchful eyes. Social media discussions revolve around hypothetical what-if scenarios, where Carter's contributions could shift the balance of power in critical matchups, alter playoff outcomes, and redefine expectations for what a Bears defense can achieve. Speculation also includes potential accolades, with whispers suggesting that a player of his caliber could earn Pro Bowl recognition or even All-Pro honors if the rumors of his immediate influence on the line prove accurate. Commentators are dissecting every clip, every practice highlight, and every insider account to gauge how his instincts, speed, and strength translate into tangible game-day dominance. The narrative is thriving because it taps into the collective imagination of fans and analysts alike, turning the rumor of his arrival into a dynamic, ongoing story that suggests the Bears' defensive identity may be on the verge of a historic transformation. Whispers about Jaylen Carter extend to the tactical versatility he might bring, as rumors indicate that coaches are excited about his ability to adapt to multiple formations and defensive schemes. Fans are speculating endlessly about how this flexibility could allow the Bears to surprise opponents with unanticipated alignments, stunt packages, and rotations that create confusion and capitalize on his disruptive skills. Analysts are projecting that his presence could redefine how the defensive line communicates and coordinates, making it more responsive, anticipatory, and cohesive. Rumors hint at the possibility of him being positioned strategically to exploit matchups, attack weak spots, and create pressure scenarios that elevate the performance of the entire front. Fans are envisioning a Bears defense that suddenly becomes unpredictable, relentless, and almost impossible to scheme against, with Carter as the linchpin of this transformation. Every discussion emphasizes the blend of instinct and preparation that he reportedly brings to the table, highlighting how his approach to film study, practice habits, and on-field decision-making could serve as a model for teammates. The excitement is amplified by speculation that his mere presence could alter offensive strategies league-wide, forcing teams to adjust their personnel, play calling, and even long-term planning. The buzz is contagious, as fans debate endlessly about which plays, formations, and game moments might be revolutionized by the combination of his physical dominance and cerebral approach to football. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.